Alright guys, look, I just wanted to have a little chat with you all because, this season it's not exactly going to plan. So I just want to make sure that everything is okay, like Sandy, where are you, mate? How are you feeling? You're okay? You're just saving yourself for the playoffs. Okay, alright. And Julian, you've not broken your leg yet this year? You're going to take a year off of that. Okay, alright, well that sounds good. I mean, you guys seem to have everything under control, so I'll trust you. But, yeah, let's get on with it, please.
Go Cubs go, go Cubs go. Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to the Chicago Cubs. It is Season 6, Episode 7. Today we are hosting the Pittsburgh Pirates and it's all gone a little bit wrong. We're going to be in the wild card again. It's going to take a miracle for us to not be, or either whether that be to win the division or to drop out altogether. And yeah, it's just not quite clicking. I don't know how else to say it. The good news this year is no new injuries. DJ is potentially back in 2 weeks. Now, how much we can trust him, having been out for most of the season, is going to be debatable. But he will be back. Espino, you can see, is injured. Not a huge loss. He's been a little bit he's been a Cub this year. He's been inconsistent. And yeah, well, let's go and have a look at exactly how we have got on in terms of results here. Now, of course, we left off with this 12-5 win against Seattle. A very good win it was as well. We then hosted Miami. We only won 1 of 4 against them. Now, they're a decent side, but they're not anything special. We went to Milwaukee. We won 2 of 3 there, which was good. We only won 1 of 3 in Washington. 3 very, very tight games, though. We then hosted San Diego. Much better here. We managed to sweep them. Now, in Game 1, Alcantara has been inconsistent this year, and this was one of his good days because he got a shutout in this one. So a 2-0 win. There's the bats. 2 RBIs, both of them off the Bregman bat with his double there, I'm assuming, in, what was that, in the 7th. And I didn't actually check the box score at the top, but I'm assuming that's when it was, unless he had 2, a single and a double. But there we go there. Alcantara, 4 hits from his 9 innings, no walks, and 9 strikeouts. So that's what he can do, and that's what makes him so frustrating. And then if we go to Game 3 of the series, an extra inning 11-7 win, it was, there was 2 runs in the 8th, and then we had a grand slam, a walk-off grand slam from Vlad. And you do love to see that, don't you? So there's the batting stats for this one. And yeah, Vlad with his 5 RBIs. Petey Crow, who in real life has just been caught into the majors by the Cubs, so that's exciting for him. We all know about him, of course, but we'll see how he gets on in real life. But he had 3 RBIs in this one as well, and the pitching in this one, it was a double start, double. I'm not quite sure. Have we agreed on how we're going to say that yet? It wasn't a great start anyway, but the bullpen came in, did its job, and McLean walked away with the win, his 2nd of the season. So that then takes us into September. We won 2 of 3 against Milwaukee, another team that they're essentially done this year. But then came the week of infamy, let's call it, because it essentially ended our chances of winning divisions. We got swept in Atlanta. We then got swept in St. Louis. So top of the NL East, top of the NL Central, 0 for 6. Not what we needed. We did manage to sort of get things back on track a little bit. We won 2 of 3 in Baltimore, which was nice. We won 3 of 3. We swept Washington when they came to town, including in Game 1 here, a 6-1 win. And we can see there it was another Alcantara masterclass. It was a complete game for him, and we'll see the batting there first of all. Home runs by Bregman, McQuaid, and Vlad in this one. But yeah, pitching again. It's 9 innings, 1 earned run, 6 hits, and 3 strikeouts. No earned run was a home run, so just one mistake really. But the fact that we've seen 18 innings in this just in this catch up of Alcantara for 1 earned run, and his ERA is still over 5 for the season. It tells a story, doesn't it? These are the good days. The bad days for him, though, are really, really bad. But that just comes back into the inconsistency, doesn't it? Now, we've got this home series against Pittsburgh. Now, we do have a away series at Pittsburgh, and then we host St. Louis to end the season. If we can win this game today, and we've won 2 of the 3, you can see, though, as I said, a very, very close series, there might be a slight argument to say we're in a conversation. San Diego are done for the year. We would then have to go to Pittsburgh and sweep them. And if we have a look at the standings, we are 6 games back of Pittsburgh. We're 9 of St. Louis. That's gone. We're not going to catch that. The fact that we have 4 more games against St. Louis and we are 6 games back against Pittsburgh, I should say, sorry. If we can sweep them here, and then the other 4, that's 2 games back away to San Diego, at home to St. Louis, who's already won a division at that point. Maybe. maybe, but all we're basically playing for here is who's going to host a wildcard series between the two of us, because the Diamondbacks are 3.5 games back of us, and obviously, well, St. Louis is. This Pittsburgh could catch St. Louis, but we can't, I suppose is the best way to say that, isn't it? If we have a look at some of the individual performances here, and once again, we find ourselves in a situation where there is no Cubs. So that is just what it is. Have a look at some of our individual pitching stats, and we can see them here. Now, the one change, we saw that Espino had gone out. We've brought back in, where is he here? Ethan Roberts. Now, he was not good before we sent him down. He's gone down to AAA. He's basically bossed it. ERA, I believe, is under 1, or it certainly was when I checked last time. I called him. He got in. The call up happened. It was one of those where Espino was sort of injury pending for a few days, so I was sort of checking, who could come in for him, and so Roberts was the guy I was going to call in if it was a long-term one, and then it was. So yeah, something went horribly wrong in those few days in between. His ERA is much better in AAA, so he just needs to refine his form there. But generally speaking, it's not going too badly. Now, if we go and have a look at the hitters. And I've just cut Nolan McLean off the top here because we have got, with the expanded roster in, Casey has come in and also Ramirez. So we've got a few extra bats here. But again, it's inconsistent, and that it's worse. You'd rather have someone be bad and at least know they're going to be bad than inconsistency, which is just so difficult to know what's going to happen. Rafaela is again proving to be a little bit of just a wonder bat for us. He's just really one of those quiet achievers. Bregman is having a better season. There's no way around that. Julian is recovering his numbers quite nicely, but Vlad is having a disappointing year. But if you look at OPS pluses, I mean, most of them, Kevin Maid is a bit of a disaster, and PD Crow's not had a great year with the bat. But outside of that, the guys that play regularly, they're all having fairly good years with the bat. So, yeah, it's hard to explain. It really is hard to explain exactly why we're being inconsistent, but we just seem to be that. But anyway, let's go and check these lineups. We are about to host Pittsburgh, and if we win, there's still a chance that we host the Wild Card Series. On your feet, Chicago, as we try and run down those Pirates. At first base tonight, it's Vlad Jr. At second base, it's Pedro Ramirez. At third base, it's Alex Bregman. At shortstop, it's Kevin May. In left field, it's William McQuaid. In center field, it's Ernesto Ponce de Leon. In right field, it's Brennan Davis. Designated hitter is Edouard Julian. Behind the plate, it's Moises Ballesteros. And tonight's starting pitcher is Hallisey Murrells. So here we go. These are the matchups. They are more or less in our favor, but yeah, there's a few going the wrong way there. So De Leon will lead us off in center field for this one. PD Crow just needs a bit of a rest. Bregman bats second at third. Vlad is batting third at first. McQuaid cleans up in left field. Davis in right field bats 5. It is Ballesteros behind the plate at 6. Ramirez back in the team. He is at second base batting 7. Julian DHing at 8. Maid shortstopping at 9. Murrells is the man on the mound now. He has played 19 appearances, a 7.3 record, ERA of 3.21, a whip of 1.04. Now, he's one of these guys has really good movement and just sort of fits the way we like to set up our defense. So we'll see what we get out of him here. We're up against Lucas Davenport for them. He has a 19-8 record this year, so looking for 20 wins on the year. A 3.74 ERA, but if we look at his record versus us, 0.2 record, ERA over 8. So we'd like some more of that if at all possible. But one thing I did just sort of look at here, if you look at the age of our team, now you take Bregman to one side, they're all sort of, in, for the most part, in sort of that peak age between sort of 24, 25 and 30. So it's going to get expensive, and we know it's going to get expensive in the next year or two with arbitrations and whatnot, but it's a team that's ready to win, isn't it? We just need to go and do it now. Alright, so welcome to Wrigley. It'll be Basabe to lead them off, batting .278 this year. I'm excited to see what Murrells can do, if I'm honest. We haven't seen him. There's a chance of rain later today, so we did lose one game. One of the games, I think it might have been Miami we lost to, only went 7. And we sort of fell behind early. I think we lost the game by a run or 2, but we were really starting to come back into it. So that was a bit of an unfortunate weather event that that knocked us out of that one. Lonnie White Jr., batting 258 this year, will come in. It's a 1-2 pitch, and Murrells will sit him down with a very, very nice sinker before Montgomery will come in. I'm assuming it's Montgomery, batting 274, but in a slump. First pitch swing, ground ball, Vlad has it, Murrells covers first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning to start off the top of the first. Very nicely done. So to lead us off, it is De Leon. He is batting 237 this year. It will be his rookie year. Started off really well, as I think you tend to see, but he has sort of come back a little bit more recently. But first pitch swing into right field, and we've got ourselves a leadoff single. So very, very nice indeed. In comes Bregman, batting 265. And he strikes out on a 2-2 pitch for one away to bring Vlad in. Now, Vlad has got his 1,500th career hit since we saw him last. He's only batting 255 this year. He gets hit there, which is an interesting decision to put 2 on for William McQuaid, batting 283. Now, one other thing just to keep your eye on here is the quest for the golden most home runs. 30 for Vlad, 26 for McQuaid, 31, and 100 RBIs as well for Brennan Davis, who is really having just a cracking year. As there's a loose pitch that gets away, and that will move runners to second and third now with one away. Can McQuaid drive in some runs? It's a 2-1 pitch. McQuaid into center field. It should be deep enough to score. De Leon from third. It is just about. So we take a lead on the sac fly from McQuaid. Vlad stays at second for Brennan Davis, batting 253 this year. A full count. Brennan Davis thinks about it, stops, and then walks back to the dugout. That'll end the first. All right, we have Ledbetter coming in for them now. He is batting 269 this year, a 1-2 pitch. Can Murrells end his at bat? He can. Nicely done. One away. It will bring in Velders, who's batting 279. Their DH. It's an 0-1 pitch. One out, no one on. He hits it into left field. McQuaid is there. McQuaid makes the catch. And that is 2 away for Tamar Johnson, who is batting 282. It's a 3-1 pitch. Are we going to issue a 2-out walk? No, we're not. Ground ball to Kevin Maid, over to first, ends the second. And Murrells successfully navigating the Pirates through 2. In comes Ballesteros, batting 275. A 1-0 pitch. Ballesteros, ground ball to the second baseman, who can't handle it, and Ballesteros has himself an inside hit. An inside hit, an infield hit even. Ramirez now back up in the majors, batting 290 over the course of the season. He's not been quite that good as he misses the bunt. So it's now a 2-2 pitch. Ramirez strikes out, and that's a bit disappointing in the end. So Edouard Julien batting 243 over the course of a season, but much, much better than that lately. A 2-1 pitch. Is it deep enough? Is it deep enough? Edouard Julien! A 2-run home run, 382 feet. And, well, he hasn't broken his leg this year, and he's really finishing the season strong. So excellent stuff there. One out, no one on for Kevin Maid, who's batting 222 this year. A full count and a strikeout. That looked a little low, didn't it? No, it was in there. So what's his name? Ponce de Leon. Let's just go with de Leon. He's 1 for 1 today, of course. It is a 2-2 pitch. And he gets one into center field. That's going to drop in. So de Leon goes 2 for 2. It is our 4th hit of the day. 2 out, 1 on for Bregman, who's 0 for 1. Full count. Bregman strikes out, ends the inning. But we've extended the lead to 3 thanks to Edouard Julien. It is Carlos Correa coming to the plate. He is, where is he here? Batting 283, this season. It's a full count. It is into center field. De Leon is there and makes the catch. Now, De Leon's center field rating may not be great right now, but he is a very good outfielder. He just needs to play the position. He's going to be I think a 70 rated is his sort of expected level of playing center field. So he's going to be a very good center fielder. Cabrian Hayes comes in, batting 232. Ground ball should be easy for Bregman, and that is 2 away. In now will come Longliers, who is batting 216 this season. It is a first pitch swing. He grounds it to Maid, gets past the shortstop and into left field for a 2-out single, their first of the game. Brings Basabe back in, who is 0 for 1. It's a 1-2 pitch. It's a ground ball. It should be easy enough for the second baseman. It's who's at second base? Was it Rafaela? Who was at second base? Second base. Ramirez. All right, so it is Vlad. He got hit, didn't he, last time up? Full count. Vlad has popped that up, has he? So into foul territory, and he's You can't really be robbed of a foul hit, can you? But certainly a very good catch out there for 1 away. In comes McQuaid. He, what did he do? Sack flied last up, didn't he? He grounds it to the third baseman, and he is going to have himself an infield hit. The Leicester spotted McQuaid infield hit, so 1-on-1 out for Brennan Davis, who is 0 for 1. A 1-0. Davis gets away from the catcher. So the wild pitch will see McQuaid over to second, and a really good opportunity here for Davis to add to his RBI tally for the year. It's a full count. Davis to the first baseman. It'll move McQuaid over to third. And it'll come on to Ballesteros here to try and drive in the run with 2 out. He's 1 for 1 today. He grounds it to the second baseman. And that'll do it for the third. So it is still 3-0. It is White Jr. to the plate. He is 0 for 1 today. It is a full count. And it is a ground ball. Ramirez has it over to first. 1 away. Alright, Montgomery now, who's 0 for 1. It is a 1-2 pitch. And it's a ground ball back to Murrells over to first. 2 away. And it is Ledbetter, who is 0 for 1. A first pitch swing with 2 out and no one on. And that's another ground ball, another time to Ramirez. And again, over to first to end the fourth. Murrells almost perfect through 3. No, 4. Ramirez now, 0 for 1. A full count. Ramirez grounds it to the third baseman, and that will be 1 away. It'll bring in Edouard Julien, who put one into the right field fans last time up. It is a full count on him with 1 out. He draws a walk, just about. Where was... Oh, no, it was outside. Nicely done. In comes Kevin Maid, 0 for 1. A 1-1 pitch. Kevin Maid has hit it well into left field, right down into that corner. Is it going to be good enough to score? Edouard Julien from first. He is coming home. He's not stopping, and he gets there on an RBI double for Kevin Maid. It is now 4-0. Someone get Julian some oxygen, and Ponce, no, what's his name? De Leon, I'll get it right eventually, who is 2 for 2, comes in. Oh, De Leon, he's hit it really, really well. It is not stopping, and De Leon with a 2-run home run. It is now 6-0. 393 feet. And it's his 6th of the season. And what is it about playing on YouTube? We just seem to belt teams. Maybe the playoffs will go okay for us if that's the case. Bregman, who's 0 for 2. It is a full count with the new man on the mound. And Bregman into center field. It is... Oh, it's a good catch out there. And that is 2 away for Vlad, who is 0 for 1. It is an 0-2 pitch. And Vlad forgets to swing. Ends the fourth. But we've added 3. 6-0. And Murrells will face Velders, who is 0 for 1. It is an 0-2 pitch. And it is a strikeout. Very nicely done. It is Johnson up to the plate now, 0 for 1 today. It is a 2-1 pitch. And it is a ground ball. Ramirez over to first. And that is 2 away for Carlos Correa, who is 0 for 1. A full count and a ground ball to Kevin Maid. Easy enough. And that ends the 5th. You can see what I mean here, surely, about just being inconsistent. I mean, this is the second best team in baseball, or close enough to, as McQuaid gets the leadoff walk. And this is what we can do to teams, and then we'll just go and really do nothing for a game. So, yeah, I mean, the fact that we are where we are is... It just shows that, you know, the inconsistency that we have. But again, then maybe that's just baseball, you know. I always have a hard time, you know, understanding that if you win... You know, 12 of 20 games, you're a legendary side. So, I just have a bit of a hard time making the mental leap, I think, to baseball sometimes, and it feels inconsistent when really that's just baseball compared to sort of football or rugby or the other sort of sports that I would watch. So, yeah, maybe it's just me being me. As Longlaze draws a 1-out walk. So we have a runner at first, 1 away for Basabe, who's 0 for 2. And there is another walk, and his Murrells just coming to the end here, I wonder. And we have taken him out. So he's responsible for 2 runners. Jake Edda will come on. Now, Edda has got his 500th career strikeout since we saw him last. Can he add to that tally here? It's a 1-2 pitch. Oh, and he can, and that's a big, big second out. And it is Montgomery now, who's 0 for 2, coming in to face Edda. It's a 1-2 pitch. Oh, Edda, that was brilliant, mate. So that closes the book on Murrells. He went, 5.1, 1 hit, no earned runs. A stunning start for him. And Julian now, who is 1 for 1 with a walk, I think, last time. He has sliced that into left field's glove, though, for 1 away. It will bring up Kevin Maid. He is 1 for 2. Of course, he got his RBI double last time up. It is a 2-1 pitch, and that is straight up in the air. The catcher makes the play for 2 down. And De Leon, who hit a home run last time up, he is 3 for 3 today. And this is a 3-1 pitch. De Leon hits it fairly well, but not well enough. Center field is there. Ends the bottom of the 6th. And it is still 6-0. Edda to face Ledbetter, who is 0 for 2. It is a 2-2 pitch. And that is up the middle for a leadoff single. As De Leon will get that in and make sure the runner does indeed stay at first. Velders to the plate, who's 0 for 2. And there's a ground ball. That could be a double play. 1-2. Oh, sometimes you just love our infield, don't you? Magnificent stuff. So 2 out, no one on for Johnson. He is 0 for 2 today. A 1-2 pitch. And Edda has come in and just picked up where Murrells left off. We go and stretch. We are 6-0 up, and they've had 2 hits all game. Okay, welcome back. Bregman to lead us off. 0 for 3. He's having a very Bregman game today. A 1-2 pitch, and Bregman hits one fairly well, but straight to left field, so that'll be 1 away. In comes Vlad, who's 0 for 2. An 0-1 pitch, and Vlad pops 1 up. And the inconsistent Vlad season continues. And it is now McQuaid, who is 1 for 1 with an RBI. Of course, he hit that sac fly, didn't he, back in the, was it the first? Must have been the first. Anyway, he strikes out. That ends the bottom of the 7th. And it'll be Correa to face Edda. Correa 0 for 2 today. It is a 2-0 pitch. And it is a ground ball past Bregman down into that left field corner. McQuaid, not the greatest defensive player, but he should keep that to a double. So, leadoff man stands at second. Only their 3rd hit of the game, and Hayes is at the plate, who is 0 for 2. It is a 1-0 pitch. That is a ground ball. Good stop from Kevin Maid, but can't do much about the runners moving on. So runners at the corners with none out now, and Edda just in danger of making this a bit more nervous than it needs to be. Longlaise comes in. That could be a double play. There's 1. There is 2. So the run does come across, but 2 outs. We'll take that, I think, with a 6-run lead, won't we? So 6-1 is now the score. Basabe, who was 0 for 2, comes in. A 1-0 pitch. And that should be caught out there by Brennan Davis to end the 8th. And we will go and bat for what better be the last time today. And it is Brennan Davis, who is 0 for 3. It's a very different game to what he had last time we saw him, isn't it? But he's popped that out as well. So an 0 for 4 day on the back of his Grand Slam 2 home run day for last episode. And Zubin will come in to pitch for them. ERA of 3.13 for this season. Ballesteros is 1 for 3 today. It is a 1-0 pitch. What can the catcher do? He can slice it into left field and be robbed of a hit. So 2 away now for Ramirez, who is 0 for 3. It is a full count on him. And Ramirez strikes out to end the 8th. So we have 5 runs to play with. And Edda will continue to White, who is 0 for 3. It is an 0-1 pitch. And here's a ground ball. Vlad is there. Can we get the play? Not quite. And the leadoff man is aboard. Montgomery now, who is 0 for 3. It is an 0-2 pitch. Montgomery gets one through. And runners are going to be at the corners. Are they? No. Runners at first and second with none out. And it is Ledbetter to face the returning Ethan Roberts. So ERA this season in Major League Baseball of 6.52. Let's see if he can shut this down for us. The way we know he can. He's been very, very solid for us for a number of years. And he starts with a strikeout. And looked like a beautiful fading pitch there as well. Look at that. Ended up just outside the strike zone. Sucked him in, hook, line, and sinker. All right, Velders with 1 away. He's 0 for 3. Full count. Ground ball. This could end it. There's 1. There is 2. And we have beaten the Pirates 6-1. And are we still on to host this wildcard series? So Hallisey Murrells was the star of the game, really, wasn't he, with that magnificent start. And yeah, he's just a very, very good pitcher at doing what we want a pitcher to do. So very, very pleased with that. And I think in a postseason, he's probably one of the top 3, would we say, based off of that performance. Certainly one of the top 4, I would have thought. But that'll do it for today. If you enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. We are 5 games back. It is unlikely, if we're honest, it is unlikely that we're going to run down the Pirates. If we get to a situation where we might be able to, then what we'll do is we'll come back before the end of the season. MVP nominations as well. Make sure you get those in. But as I suspect, it's just going to be we 3rd in our division. We go to Pittsburgh for the wildcard series, and we'll come back for game 1 of that. But yeah, as I said, MVP nominees, and I will see you next time for either a very tense final game of the regular season, or game one of the wild card. Take care.